I love you with my heart, with my soul, with every fiber of my entire being. How are you feeling right now, beautiful soul? So just picture this, right? You got these awesome, intelligent, extraterrestrial sisters and brothers of ours. And they're up there somewhere in the galaxy. And they're looking down on to planet Earth. And they're staring and they're contemplating and they're bewildered. They're puzzled out of their minds, saying to themselves, wow, this is so unusual. This species, these humans, they entrust the management of their health to those that profit from their sickness. So unusual. And it's so true. I mean, I bet they are bewildered out of their extraterrestrial minds, wondering how human beings can be so dumb and stupid. You know? I mean, come on, man. You've got the minority influencing in a major way the majority. You got BlackRock and Vanguard with approximately $20 trillion under management that is public. Probably a whole lot more. And these companies have influence in pretty much everything on the planet. All of the pharmaceutical companies, all of the media outlets, all of the major food chains. And these companies profit from our sickness. So why would we trust any of the information that they share with us? Because they're ultimately in it to make money and not because they care about us lot. We're just the rats. We're the cannon fodder, the lab rats. We're the bottom of the pile. So, do you really think, with a system so intertwined and so carefully put together and constructed over hundreds and thousands of years to get to this point where these major corporations are at right now, having shareholdings in pretty much everything, their fingers in all the pies on the planet? Do you really think that we are going to be able to solve any problems by working within this current structure? The answer is no. The only way that we can create a better world is to create a new world. And that new world doesn't have to be with new things. That new world is a rolling back to basics. It's a rolling back in terms of, let's start to trade energy. Let's start to trade asset bases and skill sets. Precious metals, potatoes, bananas, fruits, massage therapy sessions, reflexology healing. Mechanics can swap their services for a haircut. Whatever it might be, it doesn't matter. If you've got something of value some kind of service that you can make people's life better with, go and exchange it for something that they have. I was in Romania last week. Went to go into a restaurant. Sorry, you're not vaccinated. I was speaking to a fella there, a local guy, who's become a very good friend, who's helped us with a lot of stuff on our property. And he was telling me this little town that we've actually bought property in, the community has really come together. He said, I mean, this guy's an electrician, right? He goes and works on people's electricity, and he'll pick up a bag of potatoes. He'll go somewhere else and he'll get a chicken. He'll go somewhere else and do a job, and he'll get some water or carrots or cabbages or whatever it is. Everybody in this community is sticking together. They're bartering and they're trading, and they've created their own little self-sufficient environment within the environment that is kind of chaotic to most people. But everybody is thriving because they look after each other and they care for each other. No money is needed. None of that fiat bullshit. People are exchanging energy. And yes, money is energy. But it has no value. Not the paper kind anyway. Obviously gold, silver, platinum, precious metals do. Gems, I mean copper. We've got to go back to the ways of old. You are an alchemist. I am an alchemist. We are alchemists, alchemical in nature. Our thoughts, our emotions, the action we take. We are casting positive or negative spells with our words 24/7, 365. We are leaving a trail of light codes everywhere we travel. The emotions, the feelings, the energy that we let out from our physical space, our quantum space, our light body, our soul, our field into the ether, affects everything around us, not just in our local environment, but far and wide, because we've got 100-ish trillion cells in our body. Every single one of those cells has 100 trillion protons, and every one of those protons is like a mini universe connected to all things. Little black holes, little vortexes of energy. Everything we do, everything we say, everything we think, everything we feel, we are alchemizing reality positively or negatively. And you, as the stream of consciousness inside your own physical avatar, you get to decide how you want to alchemize your reality. Now, you can walk around leaving a trail of destruction, which may be an invisible trail of destruction, because this is energy, right? And to the untrained eye, most people can't see it. Their thoughts and their emotions are just blasé. They take no consideration for other people, other souls, fellow sisters and brothers. But we must. If we want to create something new on this planet, we can't fight the olds. It's like healing. We've trained thousands of people in over 40 countries to heal with star magic. One of the main factors that we drill into people's consciousness is you cannot battle a disease. If someone comes to me and says, Jerry, I've got diverticulitis, Jerry, I've got cancer, Jerry, I've got this, I say, where is it? I can't fucking see it. It doesn't exist in my reality, because if I allow it to exist in my reality, I give it energy, I fuel it, I give it power. So what I have to do is to create a completely different reality. And I have to entangle this new reality that I've created with my client's current reality and make it more powerful. I have to change things in the quantum and they become physically verifiable in this 3D reality, but not by battling the cancer or the diverticulitis. I've got to do it by creating a whole new reality and infusing that reality into their space, into their field of experience. It's the same with what we've got to do on planet Earth right now. We got to start homeschooling our children. We got to start growing our own food, digging wells and creating our own water supply. This is such a water-rich planet. It's everywhere. You go to the shop and you want to spend $3, £3 on a bottle of water covered in plastic that's been on hot lorries, heated up, full of crap, fluoride, all sorts. No, go to the grounds, go to the source. You can grow tomatoes in your flat, in your apartment. You don't need a great big garden. You can grow herbs, all sorts of things. And if you struggle, use your services to go in exchange for someone else that can. We got to start thinking differently. We've got to start creating intelligently. It's the only way. What you resist persists. What you battle, you create more of. The best way to fight a battle is to fight a battle intelligently. And that is to walk away from the battle. Or to stand on the battlefield and open your heart whilst everyone else is swinging their swords. And start to create something in a different frequency band, in a different dimensional space. You're powerful, I'm powerful, we're powerful. We can alchemize reality right now. You have a soul. I have a soul. Our soul is our currency. It's our life force. And it's ours, contrary to popular belief by some of these malevolent beings, people, humans, whatever you want to call them, who think they own our soul. Our soul has a value, and that value is intrinsic. Our physical body can decay, but our soul lives on. Our soul is a technology. It gets stronger. The laptop, the phone, whatever you're watching this video on right now, at some point is going to break down. Technology, the kind of technology that we use, it gets worse with time. But our technology, this intrinsic value that we have inside of us, that is us, it gets more expansive. It gets wiser, more intelligent. It elevates in frequency and becomes more tapped into the multi-dimensional nature of what we are as a human species, as a planetary species, as a cosmic family. And the ability to heal people at distance, to use telekinesis, to communicate telepathically. These things are natural to our soul. No one can take that from you unless you allow them to. Beautiful soul, we have a great big opportunity on this planet right now. A great big opportunity to come together, to rise, to unify, and to create a new world, a better world. Love, freedom, sovereignty, magic, white magic. We have an opportunity to merge dark and light into perfect equilibrium, to know our wholeness and step fully into our power. Or we can continue to run towards the light and away from the darkness and pretend that the darkness doesn't exist and stay weak. Or we can embrace all of us, our wholeness, our totality. And within that merging of our wholeness, We will unleash formidable power. And we will rise. And we will overcome in such a simplistic fashion by going back to basics. I pulled my kids out of school when they were 11 and 9. I'm a single father. I traveled the world and, I was training people to heal with star magic, taking my children with me. It was beautiful and it was tough. I let my kids be free and do whatever they wanted. I just watered them and loved them and let them experience life for themselves, and it was so challenging. I'm not saying homeschooling your children is easy, because it's not. But it's ultimately rewarding beyond measure for them and for you. Changing your mindset and having to grow your own fruit and vegetables is a whole different mindset of just going down the road to the shop and filling up your bags and coming home. But remember what those ETs are thinking up in space. They entrust the management of their health to those that profit from their sickness. And when you've got these two massive companies with their dirty fingers in the pies of all the mainstream supermarkets and food chains, what the fuck do you think's in the food? It ain't food. It's not food. It's GMOs. Crap. And you're putting it into your body. And it's making you sick. The nanobots, the dusts in the chemtrails, the fluoride in the water burning a hole in your pineal gland, destroying those little calcite crystals, the testosterone, the crazy amounts of testosterone in the chicken, in the turkey, in the pork, in all the meats that they try and ram down our throats so that we feed it to our children, and we bring puberty on earlier in the youngsters, because once puberty hits, the pineal gland stops developing. And then over time, they create a more subservient species. These people are splitting us left, right and centre. Now you've got all these different genders. Fuck knows how many genders there is now. Blows my mind. I'm not interested in it. We've got men, we've got women, penises and vaginas, chests and breasts, masculine and feminine. And all of that doesn't really exist, because when you merge your wholeness, you realize that you are masculine and feminine, and you can't separate the two. A man can be fierce and ferocious. A man can be kind and compassionate. A woman can be fierce and ferocious. A woman can be kind and compassionate. Both men and women can be nurturing, mothers and fathers. Religion, colour, class, creed, black, white, rich, poor, countries, borders. They're all part of the grand experiment. And right now, the experiment is breaking down, and we have an opportunity. We have a fucking great big opportunity. Seriously, beautiful soul. We gotta grasp that opportunity with everything that we've got. And we gotta come together. We gotta stand strong, firm and focused, and create this new way of being on this planet, in this world. We gotta be in love, no fear. It's fear that's gonna keep us contained. Using the facilities and the gadgets and engaging with the companies that BlackRock and Vanguard have their dirty little fingers in all of those pies. Profiting from our sickness, from our acquiescence, from our lack of inner standing, our lack of knowledge, because we've been brainwashed like fuck since birth, and it's been going on for generations and generations. But now the light is seeping through the cracks, and the cracks are getting wider, and that light is blitzing through our planet, and consciousness is expanding, and the world is waking up, and you are a front runner. You woke up before many, many others. Lead by example, by shining your light, speaking your truth, opening your heart, and doing what you can right now on this planet to create a new and free way of being. We must come together. We must rise. We are divine sovereign soldiers. Galactic titans, earth angels. We are the ground crew, baby. And it's time. To all of you beautiful souls out there that are still attached to this material world and are scared stiff to turn inwards and take that deep dive into your cosmic heart, I love you. To those souls out there on this planet that are scared, that are reliant on this system that they truly believe is there to help them, I love you. One day you will see the truth. One day you will wake up. It may be like a sledgehammer cracking into your skull, and it might be ever so painful because you came in at the last minute. All we can do is hold space for these souls. We can't change them. We can't ram it down their throats. But what we can do, as I said, is lead by example. And we lead by example not because we want to be leaders or gurus or teachers. Fuck that shit. I'm no teacher. I'm no leader. I'm no guru. Even though I travel the world and train a lot of souls to heal, I don't teach them anything. I simply help them remember what is already inside of their hearts, man. We've got this knowledge inside of us. We are all tapped in. It's just some of us need a major kick up the fucking ass to help them remember, to help us remember. So if you've got to give someone that major kick up the ass, do it. But then walk away. It's up to them how they respond. Sometimes people have got to fall flat on their face, and that's okay too. Just love them. Don't pick them up, but love them. And when they get off the floor themselves, then you can say, hey brother, hey sister, come and take a look at this. This is what we're up to over here. I know you've been lost for a little while, but now you see. So let's work together, because we are one family after all. Wherever you are on this magical planet, beautiful soul, I want you to know that I love you with all of me. And right now, this world is like a great big piece of Play-Doh. And we can manipulate it, we can prod it and poke it and pull it and twist it. We can bend it and shape it however we want. But we've got to do it together, because it's a big planet and it needs a lot of molding and a lot of shaping and a lot of energy. Go out into this world, love your sisters and your brothers, hug them tightly, so tightly. And remember, beautiful soul, the golden rule of hugging: never, ever, ever, ever be the first to let go. Love fiercely and ferociously. And I'll see you again real soon. One love, one heart, one human family. Peace out, beautiful soul.
I'm Antonio. I'm from San Francisco, California, and I just completed the first training, Star Magic.
How did you find this week, Antonio?
It was amazing. I came into this week not really being on this level, on this frequency, but then after the very first day, after the first time Jerry gave me a hug, it was just, it felt right. It felt like I belonged here, and it felt like I could do anything from this point.
You're so young. How old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
Wow. Is
Yeah.
Star Magic something that you're going to share with your friends?
Of course. No, yeah, it's something that I'm gonna carry with me forever. I'm gonna always have this, and I'm gonna tell my friends about it, and I'm gonna hopefully be able to work with them and use some of the tools that I learned here and be able to continue on this path.
What was your favorite part of this week?
Man, it was all week. It was just great. The ceremony was amazing. I was able to find my voice. It's a lot easier for me to speak now. I don't stutter as much, and I couldn't be more happy with how this week turned out.
Did you have an intention coming here?
You know, I didn't, just because this wasn't the path that I thought I would be taking, but I decided that I would come here like a couple weeks ago, and I couldn't be happy with my decision. Like, I'm so glad I came here, and
What did you think of Jerry?
he's awesome. he's awesome. He's loving, he's kind, and everyone's equal for him. Everyone, no one's below him. Even though he's the one that's teaching us all this, he's supplying us with the tools, but he treats us like he's our equal. Like, we're just on the same level.
Did you have a favorite part of this week?
Favorite part of the week was when everyone surrounded me when I was getting my parasites taken out. It was great to see all the support, and I really never have had that. And that was one of the most life-changing moments for me.
What did it feel like having a shadow parasite taken out of you?
Well, see, mine was not bad. He wasn't a bad parasite. It was definitely something where I needed him just as much as he needed me, and but it felt great to be able to release it. And now that I have, I'm 100% me, and I get to just continue being me.
Where do you see yourself in a year from now?
At the level 2 training. Just continuing my path, just continuing the spiritual path, and working every day to make this planet a better place, and hopefully I'll be able to accomplish that.
Is there any advice that you'd give anybody that's your age that's a little bit concerned about joining the path that you're on right now, or going with this path of spirituality?
Just do it. Just jump into it. You never know what's gonna happen. I never saw myself here a month ago or 2 months ago. But I just told myself just to go. And now that I showed up here, it's more than I could ever imagine. I've gained so much knowledge, and it was just life-changing. It was a life-changing experience. Yeah.